What's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. So here we have a knife from JR. He sent two super serious badasses. This is the Medford Proxima. It is PVD coated titanium with a tumbled, I believe 630, I want to say 635 VN blade. And this thing is pretty badass. It's pretty badass. I know it's a harpoon, and I don't like harpoons, but this thing is super sick. This is super sick. He sent two, and I wanted to do this one first because the other one, even though I wasn't sure I was going to really like it as much as I do, I like it way more than I thought I was going to like it more than I do. That was a weak-ass flip open. So, ooh, that was better. So this thing is really nice. I'm not gonna do like, wow, these are some thick. That's a thick body. I'm not gonna do like a regular crazy hard use video because these are JR's knives. This one, I don't know how much they cost brand new. Sits dead center, but I know he paid $635 for it, so it's something we want to send back to him in good working order. Let's see how. Oh wow. Yeah, so right off the bat, I could tell you he either used it a lot and sharpened the snot out of it, or he didn't use it at all and it just came really super freaking sharp. So shave sharp, as it should be if you're spending that kind of money. It's pretty serious, man. This thing, it weighs just under 50 pounds. It's a big beastie knife. You know you're holding a knife when it's in your hand. Now let's go over just some of the design. Yes, it's a harpoon, so I don't automatically like the harpoon, but this is gonna piss me off. You see how they did the double step fullers there? I came up with a couple designs recently, and the reason I came up, not even recently, probably let's say 6 months ago, and I'm really excited about getting some of them made. And one of the things I did, I'll see if I can pull up both, was this really cool double step design in the fullers, because I'm like, nobody is doing this. And then he sends me one where somebody's doing it. Hold on. So you can see this, that would be a 2-stage fuller running all the way through. This knife would be sick as hell. And I did another version of it with a recurve. I know the line's a little jacked up right there, but the art program I have is a little odd right now. But you can see I did a double step fuller, so those would be milled out, not ground in, and that would be really sick. And this is the thing with knife designing is, you could think that you just came up with something nobody else ever has, and then you're going to find out that it's been done for 100 years, and it's going to piss you off. So I saw this, and I saw these fullers, and I went, you got to be kidding me. It's a double-step milled fuller, like I've been designing, because I want to do like my own signature style, where it's I wasn't going to show people, but because I'm already having one made, it's okay. I can show people now, because if they try and steal it, I'll already have the patent on it. But I have, or not the patent, but the rights to it. So I have a modified Predator tip with reverse Tonto, double milled fullers, and that's going to be kind of like a D-bad thing. I really want, and these are going to be like preacher size, except with some different things. So these are going to be crazy cool. I'm really excited about getting some of these off the schneid and getting them going. But yeah, so when I saw this, I was so depressed, because I'm like, ooh, I'm doing something nobody does. That's the thing, man. Just because you never see, and that's the thing, is I've never seen that done. This is the first knife I've ever seen like that, and I thought I was the one doing it. Turns out, who knows, maybe there's 10 other people doing it too, and I just haven't seen them. And these guys aren't the only ones doing it, you know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. So the key is just do it different. Maybe do it better. Just do it different. Overall length 8 3/4 inches long. You have a 3.875 inch blade with a 3.625 cutting edge with a 1.25 inch blade width. And this is the one area where I wish was different. I wish, you see this area right here, I wish the blade was even with that. I wish it was fatter, kind of like this. You see, you notice the blade width makes a huge difference. You have the same width and grip, but a nice big wide blade. And I really like that. I think more knives should be like that, with a really wide blade stock. I don't like the narrow blade stock, and it makes it even more narrow because of the harpoon, which I just don't like harpoons. But what I do like is badass, and this is pretty badass. So you do have a scalloped finger area here, which is great if you're right-handed, but they didn't do it on the other side. So they pretty much made all of this, these little finger grooves here, right there for your fingers, they made all of this right-handed only, right? There's no love for non-righties in this knife. Now I'm trying to look at some of the others I have. This isn't a frame lock though, but they make it for left and right. And you'll notice how here on the ADV, that cutout there, it's also cut out on the frame lock. So they make it ambidextrous. That's one thing I wish this Medford would have done, was make it for ambidextrous users. Look how fat that is. I love that. So it is blade thickness is 0.19 inches. CPM S39 VN. Drop point, it's blade style. It's called, it says drop point, but it's a harpoon tip. That's not a drop point. I don't know who wrote that in, but they screwed up. Blade grind is hollow. It definitely is. It is a stone wash finish. They call it tumbled. The edge is plain, which I like. Handle length is 4.875. Feels good. Feels good. Handle width is 1 1/4. Handle thickness is over 1/2 inch at 0.62. Handle material is titanium. It says user right hand, and it is definitely made for a right-handed person, which is a bummer for us lefties. So pay attention. Like if you're a left-handed person and you're looking for a high-end knife, make sure it's ambidextrous. Don't, because you buy a high-end knife thinking it doesn't matter, it's high-end, it's going to be great for anybody. Make sure it's ambidextrous. The ADV Tacticals, all ambidextrous, all of them. So it's always make sure that this one is designed specifically for a right-handed user. Does that mean a left-handed person cannot use it? No, I'm a lefty and I'm using it just fine. Does that make it easier for a right-handed person to use it? Yes, and more comfortable. Using the frame lock for a righty is way easier naturally than a lefty, where we have to pull the frame lock. But that's on all frame locks. The thing is, what are you doing around the frame lock? Are you going to make it the same as the other side? They did not. But this thing is super badass. The pocket clip is pretty badass too. I actually really like the pocket clip. Very nice. So while I'm not going to do a crazy hard use, I say we go out there and chop up a 1-inch forest tree that's kind of dangling over the driveway. All right, hold on. All right, so here's the deal. I took this thing out. Is it going to do the rope cut, and can I baton with it and all that jazz? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. But I figured, you know, it's JR's knife, and JR, again, thank you so freaking much for letting me play with these. The other one I'm super stoked about. But I came out here and I decided to show you how I cut up a 1-inch forest tree, and I just cut up the entire tree. And you can see that's wood. That's not one of those what do you call it, milkweeds. That's wood. And I just cut the whole thing up, and the thing just stopped all of a sudden, and I went, what happened? Forgot to press record. So I have another tree, so I'm just going to cut that one now. So this is the second tree. Oh, that just went right in my mouth. The second tree that I'll be cutting up to show you. these things grow all over the driveway and they just hang. This thing, man. Look at how clean those cuts are. How clean. The farther down you go in these little trees, the denser they get. Ugh. I want to show you. Look at that. That's a folding knife. That's a folding knife. That's just crazy. Let's see if I can do it while holding it. That's nice. That is so nice. This is a pretty badass blade. Being a hollow grind, it's just going to be really nice using. So this is, I believe, 96 out of 108. It says right there, something like that. So it's a limited edition, special run, I guess. It's nice, man. Even though it's a harpoon, it's nice. And I'm using my left hand the entire time. I know it's probably backwards to you guys, but I'm using my left hand, and the thing is just working, right? I'm having no problems. Oh, you know, because I got all this stuff coming up, and then I'm selling a bunch of my knives. I got to have another knife sale coming up because pretty much they all sold. I had to sell my car, and that kind of sucked because I love my limo. But I don't know if you guys remember a while back, I sold my Jaguar, right? It was a sports car. It was awesome. And I love my Jag, but I sold it because I wanted to get something new. And when I got my new car, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to drive this car out here because our roads in Massachusetts are terrible. We get potholes everywhere because winters just are an absolute terror on our roads. So, hey, look at that. So, I've been saving it, and I figure if I'm going to be moving out west, and I mean, it just sucks, it's taking forever. But if I'm going to be moving out west, I figure I'll just put it on the road there. But since I sold my car, it was either sell this car and keep my other one, or sell the other one and keep this one and put it on the road when I don't want to. And I was like, there's no way in hell I'm selling my car, this one. So that's my little sports car right there. The thing is super dope. It's kind of like these badass knives. I'll let you get a look at my car. I actually really love this car. I really hate that I have to put it on the road right now. I really do. I hate that I have to put it on the road, but it's such a badass little car. But getting back to this. So yeah, the other one that I get to play with, I am super incredibly psyched about. And it's a knife that I really, when it first got here, before it got here, you know, I seen them online. I seen when they came out, and I saw the lock type, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. I just don't know. And then I started playing with it, and I really, really like it. That's why I'm doing that one second, because I always do the one I like the best last. So while this one is no joke, this is a really serious knife. That other one, wait till I get to bring it to you. But this is crazy cool, man. I mean, if it was me at $635, I'd still do that. I'd still take that off, and then I'd have this beautiful actual drop point. But crazy nice. I'm still mad about this, but just gotta do mine better. Yeah, this thing, if you're looking to spend $600 and you want a harpoon, this thing just tore those little trees up. It tore those little trees up. I mean, like they weren't even there. Not so bad. Not so bad at all. All right, so that's it for this one. Be a good little fighting knife. I got to get to some more videos. Got to start pushing them out and catching up. Doctor just tried calling me. I'll call him back. So that's it. All right, so I'm just fumbling around now. Hi, I'm Donnie B all day. Until next knife.